Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this new episode of Going for Two with Jack Taylor. My name is Jack Taylor.
My name's Hunter too.
And
we didn't break up. For the people who didn't understand, April Fools is a thing.
Yeah.
It is not going for TWO. It's still going for two.
Yeah. I am childish a lot of the time, but Hunter would not publicly call me that.
I may if you took the podcast away from me and R.
Yeah, we had a lot of friends, wondering what was going on. Some of them got the joke immediately. Some of them thought that we were divorced and I got the child.
Some people put in actual applications to be the new co-host.
Yeah. Frederick. Sorry. Before we get started too far into the baseball, I'm going to do my Friday morning motivation.
Oh, yeah,
and so this one's a little more serious, I feel like. So when better is possible, good enough is unacceptable. Right? And honestly, you
sound like Tim Tebow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just like the last week, I think it's applicable in many different ways. In baseball, a sweep this weekend is possible. So, I mean, anything less than that's unacceptable. You can't ask for more than 2 wins, right? That's what people say, but I think a sweep is possible. We'll get into that later.
Mm-hmm. But another thing before we get into baseball, okay. Drew Robinson won the March Madness Bracket Challenge.
2 claps for him.
It looked like Brooks' tournament to win, but
yeah,
the Baylor difference.
And Baylor really did come out to play, and from the very beginning, I mean, they started off like on a 16-4 run or something like that, and there was no stopping them after that. Brooks was texting me in the middle of the game, and he was just like, this is pretty disappointing. But I know Brooks has a few cowbells, and Brooks was the source of my Friday morning motivation. So
nice. Yeah,
he did contribute to the show.
Our bracket challenge winner watched 0 seconds of college basketball this season.
I feel like a lot of people in our bracket challenge were the same way, but yeah. Congrats to Drew, though.
For the top 5 people, we will DM you and get stickers sent out to you, or we'll bring them to you depending on where you are. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. That's where we are with that.
Thank you guys so much for participating in that. It was a lot of fun keeping up with it and just kind of gauging who really does.
Giveaways are kind of fun.
Yeah, gauging who really does pay attention to our Instagram. So thank you guys so much.
And I think with that being said, I think it's time to get into some baseball talk.
My favorite thing to talk about. Let's go.
Okay, so the Kentucky series.
Yeah.
On Friday, what did you see, Jack?
Well, this started on Thursday. So
I forgot.
But I did predict a sweep, and that's exactly what happened.
Dude,
you predicted a sweep too, but it happened the opposite way. So it's no longer lining up with football season. Thank goodness for that. But starting out on Thursday, Christian McLeod had what I would easily say is his best start of the year. Mm-hmm. It's against SEC opponent, and he went 6 strong with 11 strikeouts. Got SEC Pitcher of the Week honors, and man, that curveball was looking amazing. Yeah, he was really looking strong. He was on Pitching Ninja a few times with his little K strut, even though it's kind of boring. Mm-hmm, but Christian McLeod seems like a pretty boring guy.
Yeah.
So, which we'll talk about later. We have a special segment for you guys. But Christian McLeod, best outing of the year for him, and Brandon Smith came in relief and really scared me. So, like I said, Christian McLeod didn't give up a run in 6 innings. Brandon Smith came in, and I think in the 7th or 8th, gave up a run, made it 4-1, and then in the 8th, we broke it open to 8-1 game, and that was that.
A lot of people were expecting to see Sarantola right there, but I guess 2 hits, you can still technically lose on that.
I mean, when it was 4-1, I wasn't going to trust him until...
Wasn't Landon warming up sometime in this game, and then it broke open? Yeah,
I think so, because like we said last week, I think it's ideal for Landon to be your closer, which we saw in the Saturday game. So moving forward into that game,
Bednar... the Friday game?
Friday game.
I got you that time. Let's go.
See who messes up next time. So Bednar was Bednar. He had a really good start, gave up a 2-run home run, which, that was the only real damage that he gave up. Mm-hmm. And then our bats, surprise, it started out really slow, and then
one thing that isn't slow
is Braylon Skinner, and he has been all over social media. He's been on MLB, has posted stuff about him. Our Twitter account has definitely gotten a fair share of this play, but he broke open our scoreless little streak there and just slid past the catcher in this crazy Superman dive, and I just keep on watching that play. I don't even know how it happened. He's just so athletic, so fast, and that really, is what got us going on offense, I feel like.
Yeah.
So.
I hear a lot of people talking about, we need to replace some guys in the lineup. Their batting average isn't good, like Hatch, per se. What batting average do you need to see from a guy like Braylon?
I think anywhere around like 260 is fine for him, because if he gets on base, if he gets to first, he's getting to second. Yeah. And if he gets to second, contact scores him, it seems like. And so, especially, if he gets to third and you got a guy like Luke Hancock that comes up like at all while he's on base, he's hitting a sac fly. So, Braylon's scoring, and that's very valuable. It's a speed that we haven't really had in a long time. Maybe since Jacob Robson in 2016, maybe. But,
yeah.
So, but yeah, he was fast, and that ended up scoring 1 run for us. I think we scored the tying run later in that inning, and so it was 2-2, and then scored a run, I think, on another Luke Hancock sac fly in the 8th, and that
seemed like that was kind of our offense for the weekend.
Yeah, and that brought in Landon Sims. I think he had a two inning save in this game, or he got the win, I guess.
Yeah.
But he comes in and gets an out, gives up a hit, I think, and then we drop a pop-up in the infield, which we saw become a trend, especially on this Saturday game with the sun out. But I don't know what was going on. There's just lack of communication between Forsythe, Scotty, and Hatch. And I think it's Scotty's ball, but he was the furthest away from it. But that's beside the point. Freshman Landon Sims takes a look at everybody, and you can just see him trying to keep the composure of the infield. He just tells everybody, it's all right. Runners at first and second. Let's do this. And seeing that composure from a freshman and then inducing a double play to end the game right there is massive. That showed you that obviously he is the heart and soul of this team. He's fire.
Dude, you must have been right. Week 1.
He's fire. He's passionate, but when the time comes, he can be a leader, and he has really good composure. And that's just a side of Landon I didn't know was there. Yeah. That's really, really incredible to look at seniors that just made a mistake in the eye and be like, hey, it's fine, we got this. That's leadership, and it's really, really.
That was
awesome
a really cool play, also. His double play.
Yeah. Come back to the mound, and he's able to glove it and turn the double play. It's really, really cool. So, really good to see that from Landon. I think it's pretty safe to say he's the best. He might be the best pitcher on the team. Definitely the best
player
out of the bullpen.
on the team.
Yeah. So he's going to be really fun to watch for the next couple of years. Going into the Saturday game, we saw Fristow get the start. Another quality start from him against his a team he was committed to before in Kentucky. It was a personal game for him, and I was glad to see him do well. Kentucky finally got some runners thrown out on the base paths. And
we kind of predicted that a little bit. Look at us.
They hadn't seen low 10 yet, so that was fun to see them get thrown out. But the main, if you think about this game, if you saw anything about this game, it was that the sun was causing problems. So what did you see from that?
It seems like Rowdey got his slump busted by the sun.
Yeah.
So that's good. The sun's taking a few away from Rowdey.
Yeah.
And that was so weird. Ball's just dropping.
Yeah, we saw Rowdey get a triple on a ball hit to center field, on a ball that looked like one that he dropped against Arkansas. And it's kind of ironic there. Saw Logan Tanner get a double on a ball that was hit maybe 15 feet away from home plate. The shortest double that I've ever seen. And I think there was one more. Forsythe just could not see in the sun, and it dropped for a double for Kentucky. So, it's pretty equal, I feel like. I think we did score more runs off of that, but,
And we got Rowdy's slump busted.
It just seemed like the sun was causing a lot of problems. But going back to that Friday game, I really don't know what caused the infield ball to drop. It was really weird.
What a weird series.
Yeah.
We didn't play good,
Yeah.
at all,
No.
I wouldn't say.
No.
Other than starting pitching and Landon.
Yeah.
No one was very good.
Luke Hancock had 5 RBIs.
Yeah, I guess the...
He had 4 sac flies and a home run in this series. And that Saturday game, we did see home runs from Logan Tanner and Luke Hancock. So our catchers are the main source of power for us. But, I mean, hitting really just wasn't there this weekend. So,
So what about Houston Harding? 3 pitches on the weekend.
Yeah.
Made 2 appearances. We're getting a little funky with the pitching, as you would say. We're really going at some matchups here.
Yeah, it wasn't as weird as like the John Cohen pitching changes. Like he used to change pitchers on like a 2-2 count or something. Like what? And I don't know if it was just to confuse batters or what. But I mean, this weekend we saw on Saturday Houston came in, threw 1 pitch. It was a double down the line, and then we switched to Spencer Price. He got a couple outs. Then we went to Parker Stinnett for. I think
Cam Toller came in too.
Yeah, I mean it was bizarre, and every person
something that we haven't seen from us.
Yeah, every pitcher that came out, I was like, all right, finally time for Landon to close the game out, but it was never Landon. Parker Stinnett, I guess, did get the save there, but it didn't.
It didn't look good.
I have a few more gray hairs because of it. So
Mississippi State athletics.
But all in all, I mean, we didn't play our best baseball, and we still swept Kentucky, who is a team that. Had beaten Missouri in a series 2 out of 3, swept Auburn, and so all things considered, they looked good on paper coming in. I did predict the sweep, and it wasn't as pretty as I wanted it to be, but we did get the sweep, and so.
Yeah. I mean, there were some good things that came out of this. Rowdey is back.
Rowdey did hit a home run in this series. Rowdey, I mean, he had at least a few hits. You know, that's all you needed from him.
Yeah.
And we saw that carry over into the Southern game.
Yeah,
so
and another home run.
Yeah.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah. So just smoked the ball down the line. He had another base hit. I think he walked maybe once or twice. So I mean, it's fun to see him getting back on base, getting more confident, and you're hoping
right on time for the Auburn game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a personal series, kind of like last week was for Fristow. But yeah, it's just really fun to watch him heat up. I mean, we knew he would, and you're really hoping for the same thing from Hatch coming up soon.
Yeah.
So
the Southern game, we had 9 pitchers.
Yeah. 9 pitchers.
That was the longest baseball game I've ever attended.
I mean, it was 3-0 going into, I think, the 5th inning. Finally broke it open, and final score was 15-1. I mean, it was. I think the 6th or 7th inning was just hit after hit, and that's when Mississippi State baseball is just at its finest. Yeah. You know,
we did see Lotan at first, which was
that was weird.
Not what I expected at all. I expected Hancock maybe at first. But.
Yeah, and I think all that was obviously Logan Tanner's not a potential first baseman. Or he's staying behind the plate.
He looks weird in a hat.
Yeah, felt kind of like I was seeing him in a dressing room or something. Like, you got all your gear on, bro? But no, it was kind of weird to see. But all that was to rearrange something, give Hatch a different perspective of a game. I think just to make him chill out a little bit during his slump, and also to give Kellum Clark a spot in the DH. And how did that go?
Kellum may not be... there was a lot of people being like, put Kellum in at first base. It can't be worse than Hatch.
I watched him warm up, and I think it's worse than Hatch.
We are at Hatch's floor, and it's like... I mean, it's bad, but like this is his floor.
Yeah.
And
he's very good at defense. At first, that's never been the problem. So once Hatch heats up, I mean, I'm not sure we'll hear the name Kellum Clark until next year.
I feel like it's different because people are like, oh, you're supposed to be getting power from your first baseman. I don't care. We're getting power
college
from our
baseball. I'm not sure.
We're getting power from our catchers. I feel like there's a little bit of
our third baseman.
I feel like there's just a little bit of replacement right there.
Yeah. And like we said, and I think Hatch, he got a base hit.
Yeah, he got
a double against Southern.
He got the standing O. That was a nice one.
Yeah.
Good for the confidence.
He really needed that because there was a hit or a ball hit from him in the Kentucky series on Saturday that was just smoked. It looked like it was going into the gap for RBI double, and it got caught by the left fielder. And
Hatch has not had a good time since I named him a player of the series.
Yeah. But like we said, we're really hoping for him to turn it around. Maybe the double against Southern is the slump buster, and that's gonna be it for the games that we've already played. And we're gonna move forward into the Auburn series. So, what are some pitching matchups we got?
Okay, so on Friday we have McLeod versus Greenhill.
Mm-hmm.
This game is
it's gonna be for real.
Great pitching duel.
Yeah.
Greenhill went 8 innings against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And gave up None.
Yeah, I mean, I think 4 hits, no earned runs, no runs at all. I mean, it was a 0-0 game going into the bottom of the ninth, and Ole Miss walked it off. So it's really just an unfortunate game for him. He and McLeod are 2 completely different types of aces. I mean, Green Hills doesn't have much swing and miss stuff. It doesn't seem like he had 4 strikeouts against Ole Miss, who's a power hitting team that loves to strike out. So 4 strikeouts against them doesn't seem like very many at all.
Yeah.
And so he's probably going to be able to make a deep run in the game if we don't get to him because his pitch count's going to stay low. Whereas McLeod is a kind of guy who's going to go 6 innings and have 12 strikeouts and be at about 95 pitches, and and that's great. That's a great start for him.
Yeah.
But he's just not going to be a kind of guy that's going to go 9 innings like Greenhill can.
Yeah, we just go McLeod, set up Sims. Yeah. Is the ideal thing to do.
And so, I mean, for the first time in the SEC play, I think we can pretty much say this is probably going to be a pitcher's duel. So, I mean, on paper, it looks like it should be.
Greenhill's also right-handed, so Braylon is in the lineup. That's fun.
Yeah. So, with a left-handed heavy lineup, I mean, we should have a really good shot against them. And it's not the first time we've seen Greenhill. In the really fun Auburn game in Omaha, he came in relief. He came in relief for a guy named Jack Owen, who's actually starting for him on Saturday. So,
dude, I bet Greenhill's defense has never let him down.
Probably not.
So, what you got about Jack Owen?
So, Saturday we're going to see Will Bednar, obviously, and he's going to be facing Jack Owen. Owen has not had a great year this year. He is, was it the Ole Miss game?
Yeah, he had a 135 ERA against Ole Miss. In 0.1 innings pitched, but they had like 5 earned runs against them.
Yeah, that is not good. No, not ideal. Really.
I wouldn't say an over 100 ERA in the game is good.
Yeah. So in Omaha, he did start against us in that game and outdueled Ethan Small for the most part. And he went 5 innings, I think gave up 1 run against an offense that at that time was really clicking. And so he did really well on a big stage, but this season has not been the same.
Yeah.
He doesn't look to have that same fire with him. He's kind of randomly getting this start. I think he didn't start against Ole Miss in that series. He came in relief, but there's a lot of injuries in the Auburn pitching rotation. I think he's just kind of been placed there until somebody gets healthy again. But he's not looking good.
Yeah, I trust if Willie B has a good outing. I think this is hopefully.
And one thing he does have going for him, he is a left-handed pitcher. Maybe that could throw us off a little bit.
Don't worry, we'll get Brad batting 500 out there.
Yeah, infield hits from our 6'6" tight end.
Dude, Yancey. Yancey is punching the air right now that are 6'6".
He's legging out these infield hits more than anybody else.
And then on Sunday, Gonzalez is their starter, and he's going against Fristow.
Yeah.
All I have for Gonzalez is he had a great outing against Arkansas.
Yeah.
I think 5 innings pitched and left the game with no earned runs.
Yeah.
2 men on base, and then
both of those guys scored. And that seems to be a real big trend for Auburn. Their bullpen is not good at all. And so that's what you're hoping for, if you can happen to get Greenhill into the bullpen or get Greenhill out and make them go to the bullpen.
Make them burn the bullpen early.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be your best case scenario there. But no matter when you get to the bullpen, it seems like they're just not very good. I mean, they have
a pair of 2 guys that have shown up twice a game, like twice a series every week.
I mean, they seem like they had Arkansas in check in all 3 games, and then 7th, 8th, 9th innings, that's when they lost the lead, and that's obviously when the bullpen would come in. And so that seems to be the ticket there. Is just get to their bullpen, and you're pretty
losing
safe.
to Arkansas.
Man, imagine winning 1 game against Arkansas. It really could not be me. But Auburn, if we haven't touched on that, Auburn did win 1 out of 3 against Arkansas. Won the opener, I think, and we were like, oh. Auburn just got swept by Kentucky. That's a little surprising, but man, I feel like they're going to come ready to play, but I don't know.
Weirdly, Auburn probably should have gone 2 out of 3 at least.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
had really good potential for a sweep and
didn't.
Yeah. So that bullpen must be really bad, and so that's the biggest contrast that I see between us and Auburn is that the strength of our bullpens, but. that being said, that's all that we really have for them. I mean, they're hitting. I think they have 2 guys over 300 that are doing pretty well. But other than that,
it's SEC.
Yeah, it's an SEC offense. They're gonna hit if we make mistakes. But speaking of though, who are our standout players going to be for this weekend?
I'm gonna let you go first because I don't want to say who you're gonna say.
All right,
you just go for it. I'll be for the content.
Mine, I think I'm gonna say the hometown kid.
Okay.
Auburn, Alabama, Auburn High School graduate Rowdey Jordan.
Okay.
So finally busted that slump. Had a pretty good series against Kentucky when I said he was going to be our breakout player then. Let's do it again, Rowdy.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Landon Sims.
Landon?
I think we're gonna see him in 2 games in this series.
All right.
I think Friday and Sunday.
Ooh, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
So
maybe
as a closer, more.
Yeah, closer.
Okay.
And
Sounds
both
good.
of those. Maybe 2 innings on Sunday, 2 innings on Friday, 1 on Sunday.
Sounds good.
A little bit. I mean,
I like
be
it.
kind of fun.
Mhm.
But my luck, he'll get shelled by them. Sorry, Landon.
Landon's gonna be mad at you.
It's
All
the
right.
curse.
So now you're gonna get the chance to give your prediction first. What's your series prediction looking like? I mean, all you can ask for is 2 wins out of 3, right? That you literally cannot ask.
I hate
for
our
more.
Twitter so much. So much. I'm gonna go 2-1.
2-1?
I think they end up.
You think they win Friday?
I don't want to say Landon ends up losing on Friday, but
Yeah.
maybe Landon.
You did say he'd get shelled, so
I
2-1 losing the Friday.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have Sunday Blacks anymore, which is a thing.
Yeah.
Allegedly, according to some people. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I am excited about whatever uniform combo we go with on Sundays now, but or maybe that'll mix up the Saturday and Sundays. We got to stick with the Maroon Friday. But my series prediction is going to be very, very similar to last week. I think that we're going to sweep, and I know that sweeping 2 weeks in a row or sweeping any at all is really difficult, especially when we're not playing great baseball. We're on the road. I know it's a different scenario, but I think that we win a pitcher's duel on Friday, get to Green Hill and get to their bullpen, and then honestly, I don't see us losing Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I definitely trust our Sunday guy in Fristo way better than just about anybody else's Sunday guys. Even up there with like a Vandy or Ole Miss. I mean, I just
how
haven't
about Vandy Friday night starter against Georgia?
He got shelled today, so it's really hard for me to say that we lose another season. I know that we've already lost and gotten swept by Arkansas, but especially to a team like Auburn, I just don't see us losing. And so I'm going sweep.
Hopefully neither of these are freezing cold takes.
Hope not.
Okay, so I think that's it for the series.
Yeah.
It's time for the special segment.
Special segment. Let's go.
Something that we just came up with randomly.
Kite McDonald was the inspiration for this, and you'll understand in a moment. But
okay, we are doing our players as dog breeds.
And it is exactly what it sounds like. There doesn't really have to be an explanation. Some of them are about their personality. Some of them are about their looks. Some of them are about both. Some of them are about their play style.
Physical attributes.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
So I'm going to start this off with the most obvious one. One of the more obvious ones.
Okay.
I'm going to go Braylon Skinner, Greyhound.
Fast
boy.
Fast boy.
That's about all we got.
I like that one. I think that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Braylon is fast.
Mm-hmm.
Greyhounds are fast. Okay, number 2. Rowdey Jordan. We have him as an Australian Shepherd.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could just see him.
Shaggy. He's just a little shaggy. Got long hair.
Dunked on his sister.
Pretty dependable, I feel like.
Yeah.
Air Bud, the Australian Shepherd, dunking on his sister.
That's what Air Bud was.
Moving on to another consensus one. I feel
Yeah.
like we pretty good agreement here. Tanner Allen is a boxer.
Yeah, I don't know why I felt so good about this one. It was either that or some type of hound.
Yeah.
But I really felt boxer kind of.
Yeah, the boxer is more what he looks like. Hound is more of like I could see Bloodhound for like just being a country boy maybe.
Yeah.
But all right.
Then Logan Tanner, we have him as a pit bull.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of
for
mean.
multiple reasons. He kind of looks like one.
He's very dog-like, and I mean, there was a handful of like mean-looking dogs we could have gone with, but pit bull seemed to be the most stout. I feel like just the word stout is really good for him.
And then I don't really have basis for this one other than just like, oh, okay. Cameron James is a poodle.
All right, moving on. Luke Hancock is a blue heeler. My inspiration for that one, I used to read these books called Hank the Cow Dog, and he just looks like Hank from Hank the Cow Dog. I don't know. I can't explain that one.
Okay, next we have Josh Hatcher, and you were a little rude earlier on this one. You called him a mutt.
Hey, yeah.
But we came to a consensus, and we have him as a Jack Russell Terrier.
Okay. I mean, Jack Russell Terrier have it with a little bit of a beard. It can be clean shaven, can have a little bit of a beard with like whisker kind of things. So he can go beardless. He can go nice little trimmed beard. I don't know. He's not a mutt. I shouldn't have said that. He is in a slump, but he's not a mutt. Although mutts are really tough and resilient dogs. Lane Forsyth. Corgi. Just kind of...
Are you about to say he's kind of cute?
Nope.
Next, Brad Compass.
This is a hard one.
He's a Great Dane.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of runs like one.
Scotty DeBrule. Wiener dog. No explanation there. Kite McDonald.
Golden Retriever.
Big Golden Retriever energy from him. Just always happy.
Running routes before the game.
I mean, just so happy all the time. Always just so dependable to throw the ball with his teammates that actually play. And, man, you got to love a guy like Kite McDonald.
Okay, and then we'll get into our pitchers. Christian McLeod as a yellow lab. Kind of just there. Seems rather happy. Seems super nice.
Yeah, and, like, if you need him to go hunting with you, like, he'll be there. But, like, he's just kind of there. Same thing with Will Bednar, but a little bit more exciting. What you got?
We have him as a chocolate lab.
Mm-hmm.
We have some really exciting Friday and Saturday starters.
And now let's get into Sunday starters.
Jackson Fristow is a Schnauzer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what basis I have for this. Kind of exciting, kind of a little bit of aggressive.
We almost went Labradoodle here, but it was like he wasn't
pretty enough.
I mean, yeah, there's just something. He's not put together enough for that.
Okay.
So, I mean, Labradoodles are expensive. They're really pampered. And
I bet Schnauzers are also expensive.
Hey, shut up. They're probably pampered too, but this is what we made. Getting into one that...
It was a weird one to do.
Could have gone a lot of ways, but the reasoning for this one's probably my favorite. And we said Landon Sims is a Dalmatian. Because he comes in a lot of like pressure situations and he puts out fires, and fire departments have Dalmatians.
And he's aggressive.
Mm-hmm. And he's got spots all over him. He doesn't.
And
then
okay,
one of
and
these,
then the easiest one on this whole list.
It's just so sad. Eric Sarantola as a husky. He just hasn't found a place to fit in. He's from Canada, a cold weather climate. Huskies are too. Every time it snows here, he feels at home, but that's really the only time he feels at home. And he's just still looking for that role in the team. So that's what we got.
What a fun segment that was.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions ever for stupid segments like this, please send them in. This was very fun.
Yeah, and if you have any suggestions for like what player should have been another dog, or if we were wrong about any, or if we were really, really right about some, you can let us know that too. We always love encouragement and hearing that we're right about something. So
we really thought about this for a whole week.
Yeah. Thanks, Kite McDonald, for just being the most obvious golden retriever energy that we've ever seen. But honestly, that's going to be it. I think, do we have Instagram questions?
Oh, yeah, we do have
We do have Instagram questions.
Okay, we have two.
Forget?
We have two of them. Okay, from Nathan Taylor. Do you think moving Logan Tanner to first has any staying power?
No.
Yeah.
I think there's an obvious... and I'm not saying anything bad about Luke Hancock, but we have one of the best catchers in the SEC defensively, and I think there's an obvious like drop down in defensive talent when Luke Hancock is back there. Like I said, he's not bad, but Logan Tanner's very, very good.
Yeah, Dalmatian.
Yeah, Dalmatian.
What? Wait, he's not a Dalmatian. He's a pit bull. Okay. And then from Brooks Taylor, Sarantola looked comfortable again. Keep him midweek for now and bullpen if need be? ?
I think so.
Yeah, that
struck out the side the other day. His curveball was looking really good.
He actually gave up a hit and then struck out the side.
Did he really? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's good out of the stretch for some reason.
Yeah.
Apparently he just doesn't overthink his windup when he does that.
Well, there we go. I really do think he has some of the best stuff on the team. Obviously he has better velo than most.
No one's ever beaten him with a bat.
No.
They beat him by either getting hit or not swinging at all.
Just getting in his head is really the only way to beat him, and teams have found ways to do that, I guess. But
I hope that he becomes an asset out of the bullpen eventually.
But right now, his role is just, I hope, just coming in and
get comfortable
in like big leads.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely just to get comfortable. But thank you guys so much for listening. I think that's all that we have today. And like we said earlier, if you have any suggestions on any segments that we could do, or just anything you guys want to hear about a series, upcoming. Mostly what we do is just the pitching matchups, but if you guys want to hear more about the offense, we can do a little bit of research on that. So just let us know any suggestions that you have that we can make this show better, because we're doing it for you guys. I mean, that's why we do it. So that's going to be it, and we're looking forward to a great weekend of SEC baseball. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. What kind of dog would I be? Doggy's only personality trait is having shingles twice. That'd be mine.
Carlisle Kessler is a crusty-eyed white dog.
Carlisle Kessler.